ago tomorrow was done. It seems an age. I sold myself for 6 teaspoons, a pair of sugar tongs, a milk pot, and a small quantity of second-hand furniture. I went reasonable. Cheap. Dirt cheap.
Cheap? You would have been dear at any price. Dear enough I paid for you, Lord above known that. Are you going to sit there snoring all day?
I shall sit here as long as I think it proper, madame. And although I was not snoring, I shall snore, gape, sneeze, laugh, or cry, as the humor strikes me, such being my prerogative.
Your prerogative?
I said the word, madame. The prerogative of a man is to command.
And what's the prerogative of a woman in the name of goodness?
To obey, madame. And if you had taught that to your late unfortunate husband, then, perhaps, he may have been alive today, and I wish for the poor man.
You hard-hearted brute!
Cry away, madame. It opens the lungs, exercises the eyes, and softens the temper. So cry away.
How dare you speak to me like that, you great big lump? Now talk about your prerogative. If you dare. Shut up and take yourself away from here, before I do something desperate.
Certainly, madame. Certainly. I had no intentions of staying. It's just you're so very violent.
It's old Sally, ma'am. She says she got something to tell you. Won't die quiet till you hear.
Turn her away.
Go on, get out of it.
Once, in this very room, in this very bed, I nursed a poor creature who was brought to me, with her feet bare and bruised with walking.
So, what about her?
I robbed her. I did. All she had were round her neck, and it were gold.
Gold? Yes, go on.
This is it. Lock it, lock it. She whispered in my ear that one day her poor babe might like to hear its mother name. I believe she came from a good, rich family.
The boy's name?
They called him...
Yes. We must retrieve that boy, Mr. Bumble.
It must indeed.
Yes, and do you know who the boy is now?
Not no more than nobody.
Well, what do you know of him?
This little trinket was given by the lad's dying mother to my dear wife just before she passed away. That is, the lad's dying mother, not my wife.
Did you say that when he left your workhouse, he went to an undertaker's?
Yes, Mr. Sowerberry. He took Oliver from us for £5.
You say that you sold him like an animal?
Oh, well, it was Mrs. Bumble who actually authorized the sale.
Really? Then I'll see to it that neither of you is employed in a situation to trust ever again. You may leave my house.
I hope this unfortunate little circumstance won't deprive me of my parochial office.
Indeed it will, and you may think yourself well off besides.
But it was all Mrs. Bumble. She would do it.
That is no excuse. You were present on the occasion when the boy was sold, and indeed are the more guilty of the two in the eye of the law. For the law supposes that your wife acts under your direction.
If that's the eye of the law, then the law is an ass. If the law supposes that, then the law is a bachelor. And the worst I wish of the law is that his eye may be opened by experience. By experience!
There's a young person at the back door inquiring for you, sir. She says she's come about Oliver.
Mrs. Bedouin, take a look at this locket. You see who it is.
Why, it's Miss Agnes.
Yes, my daughter Agnes. And I have every reason to suspect that Oliver was her child.
Sir, I couldn't stay up there any longer. If I'd gone away as many would have, you might have been sorry, and not without reason either.
I'm sorry if anyone has ever done any harm to you. What can I do to help?
I don't know. Can she be trusted?
Yes, why?
I am the girl that took young Oliver to Old Faggins on the day he left this place.
You?
Me, and I wish now I'd never been a part of it. The boy mentioned you specially, and I thought, maybe if I came to see you, you could...
Where is this place you speak of? Baggins?
I can't tell you that.
Did you know that Oliver's probably my grandchild?
I didn't know nothing. All I knew were my orders. I had to get him back or suffer for it. You don't believe me. Well, I don't want your pity. I had to come, even though there are those who would murder me if they knew I'd been here.
Murder? But where's Oliver? Where's his Baggins?
I can't tell you. I just wanted you to know that Oliver is safe. I must go back now, quickly.
But what can I do about all of this? Where is the boy? Why must he go back to those people? I can call the Bow Street runners in a moment, and if you tell them what you have just told me, they will see that you come to no harm.
You don't understand. I want to go back. I must go back. How do I explain? You see, back there, there's a man that I can't just leave. You see, I love him. You don't know what it's like to love someone like that.
Do excuse me, but I am anxious about Oliver. What can you do to help me?
I can't take you to him, but I can bring him to you. Not here. It's too dangerous. Will you promise I won't be watched or followed?
I promise you solemnly.
Then tonight, between 11 and the time the clock strikes midnight, I will walk across the London Bridge, and I will bring Oliver.